Hi everybody, welcome to G4G here on YouTube. Today I bring sad news in the fact that Netmarble has decided to close down ChronoBlade. Really sad for this because I was hoping the game would finally get its global release. I'll give you the history of the game after we go through the message. So today, and this actually came out yesterday for me, Thursday, or yeah, late Thursday is when I noticed it. ChronoBlade server service shut down. Today, we regretfully inform you that ChronoBlade will be shutting down its service on September 17th at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific Time. Service end date 9/17/2017, 8 o'clock. Game download and in-game store closure date on 8/17. Users with the game already installed on their devices can access the game until the service end date. Community forums close on the last day too. So, you have until, well, no, it's done already. If you have the game downloaded, cool. If you find the APK out there on the web and not tied to the Google Play Store, cool. But if you are in a region where the game was available, it will now not be available anymore, and you will go through two notices. So you get the first one, and then you get this one over here, which is basically the same thing. So, poor ChronoBlade. Here's the story with ChronoBlade. It was originally a Facebook game back in the days of when there were several Facebook games that I really liked, and it's actually how I encountered my longest running Facebook game, Marvel Avengers Alliance, because I was just kind of into those Facebook games for a while. It started off with the kind of simple stuff of Cafe World and Farmville, I think it was. Yeah, Farmville. Cafe World, I actually successfully logged into Cafe World once a day for 2 years straight. Definitely 1 year, and I think I made it to the 2-year mark too, but this was a game that I encountered, and it actually stuck with me. A lot of Facebook games kind of came and went, but ChronoBlade was very action-oriented. It was kind of like a Rusty Hearts, Double Dragon, Final Fight kind of game on Facebook. And it was fun. And then it just kind of, unfortunately, disappeared. But at the time that it had disappeared, it said that it was coming back eventually. That it, it was going to be down for a while, blah, blah, blah. And it was going to eventually come back to Facebook. So occasionally I would Google it to see what was happening, or I'd kind of forget the name, and I'd have to check my own videos to find out the name. I was like, it's Chrono something. Oh, ChronoBlade, yeah. I wonder what's going on with ChronoBlade. And then I discovered that Netmarble picked it up and was going to bring it to mobile. Now, this one's a little hard to play on an emulator because you would definitely need some keyboard bindings to it. You can't just mouse touch the screen. You definitely need some multi-touch for the controls, and then you could do, double taps and long presses or things. So, not an easy one to play on an emulator, but it's certainly an easy one to log in and get your daily bonus and log out if that's what you were doing. But it was, yeah, I really, really liked this game on Facebook. I liked the fact that you had different characters, which really was very Rusty Hearts-ish to me. This character here, this particular class, was my main on Facebook, and then I also had the little fairy chick with the ball and everything. And I have her here as my alt. But this guy was pretty much my primary. So I discovered Netmarble had picked it up, and they were doing a mobile version, but it was not out in the States, so I just happened to go out and get the, the APK for it and load it up, and it worked. And I've been playing it since I got a hold of it, because it's fun. There are certainly days where it would not be part of my daily play, but it definitely was almost always a part of my daily login when it came to this. And it's just a fun action game. The missions are quick. I got powerful enough, like, really quickly that the challenges were all pretty easy. There was a little bit of time where Klaus the Red was tough for me, but that's past. Don't do too much PvP in the arenas. And I've never really spent a dime on this game. This game could definitely be played on the cheap, at least on the level that I used it. Maybe if you want to get somewhere in arena, you'd have to pay for stuff. But it had your inventories with your equip locations. You had your skills, similar to, say, like a Diablo clone out there. You had your skill trees. Friends are obviously your in-game friends, including a way to invite Facebook friends. Heroes was your roster, and there are definitely quite a lot in this version. There's more than just these two, which is what was on Facebook at the time. And you also then have guilds or like alliances in some games. And I happen to get invited into one. You have perks similar to Marvel Future Fights, alliance perks and whatnot. Sadly, the game is going under, and I'm sad to see it go. I don't think they got enough of a chance to play out fully on the world stage. It's a fun game. I think the graphics are good. I think the controls are really solid, and if you just feel like you want to let off a little bit of steam and beat up on things, this is one of the best games that I can think to do it, especially mobile. But unfortunately, we're going to be losing the game in a month, and I'm sad for it. I really, really liked it on Facebook at the time. I didn't want it to go away. I was stuck, like, my PvE content hit a wall where it just wasn't really that powerful enough to get past it without maybe going back and farming old stuff. And it was a shock, because it was like, I'm doing great, alright, this one's a little tough. Okay, I'm doing good. Well, this one's a little tough. Oh my god, why can't I pass this mission? That's where I think I left off on the Facebook version, but so far here, in this version, two characters just, kicking ass and taking names outside of the arena. And I was really hoping it would get a global release, and sadly, it's not, and then it's going to completely die. So, if you have access to the APK, you've got about a month to play it. If you've never played this before, Google ChronoBlade APK or something, get it from a reputable site, and see what you think of it. Because it kind of lets you know if you'd be interested in this kind of game for mobile platforms. The only one that I could say kind of comes close to this that at least I've played would be Tai Chi Panda. Tai Chi Panda and ChronoBlade are definitely similar. Tai Chi plays more like Diablo. It's a very open world or full degree of movement kind of level, where it's, up, down, left, right, diagonals and everything like that. ChronoBlade's more like a platformer, like a Metroid kind of thing. It's very linear. Well, like a Double Dragon or Fatal Fury. That's really what it's like, or even like Rusty Hearts. But it's going away. So, goodbye, ChronoBlade. Sorry to see you go. Sorry you didn't get to be more popular. I think you're a fun game. I can't say that I'm mad or upset at Netmarble. I'm just disappointed because it is fun, but you know, it just kind of frees up my time to do some other game with a daily, like Injustice 2 or something like that, or the mobile Injustice 2, which is actually kind of fun, but I find sometimes it just does not respond to the controls very well, and ChronoBlade responded very well to its touch inputs and whatnot. So there you go, guys. If you've ever gotten to play ChronoBlade, let me know what you thought of it and what character you were playing. And if you ever managed to go far back enough to have played the Facebook version. Peace out, everybody.